Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time where we go and look at the news and stuff. Okay, it's Just Stop Oil. We're doing that again. We're doing that. They're blocking the. Who'd have thought it? They're blocking the roads again. They staged a die-in on Waterloo Bridge this morning, and it caused much consternation. Much consternation amongst the public because they blocked an ambulance from getting to where it needed to go. And I'm just waiting. There's a video. I'm just waiting for the advert. If only there weren't adverts. If only we could just play videos without adverts. But yeah, we have some footage to watch of the police dealing with it. There's an ambulance trying to get through, and they've moved them out of the way. See? Is it working? Is it working? That fella, he's not happy. He's telling them to go to. He's not happy with them. Oh, he's getting right in there. Yeah, not happy at all. So they've raised the ire of the public. So yeah, this is what is going on. An ambulance can't get to an emergency because some protesters are dying on a bridge. One exasperated paramedic is reported to have begged police to be given access through the road where he's trying to save someone's life. The driver of the ambulance spoke to the Telegraph and said, "I'm responding to a life and death emergency. I'm going to pick up a team from Guy's Hospital to save someone's life at another hospital, but we can't get through." Meanwhile, the Met Police said the march was causing gridlock on the bridge. There we go. It's the same old stuff. I mean, this poor old dear is just having to lie down. Look, she's just worn out. She's worn out. She's lucky that the ambulance didn't take her away, thinking she needed assistance. They're all very old, They're ancient. But yeah, it's. Do you think it's working? Do you think it's working? No. Meanwhile, Carol Vorderman, do you remember her? She's quitting a Saturday morning show on BBC Radio Wales because of social media guidelines. That's because she's a bit mouthy on the social media. Because she says, oh, bad Tories. Now, you've got to remember that Vorderman herself was a big chum of the Tories. She used to hang around with David Cameron and all that. But now she's not. She's not because, But yeah, she's been accused of flagrantly breaching the BBC's impartiality rules with her anti-Tory Twitter rants. No, it's not Twitter, it's X. But yeah, I mean, she used to be a big. She used to. I'm sure she used to hang around with David Cameron. Carol Vorderman. I'm sure. Yeah, see. Actually got the headline here. Look at that. How Carol Vorderman became the ultimate turncoat Tory. There you go. So there you go. But she's going to quit her show because she needs to express herself on the socials. Who cares? Who cares? No one's listening to the radio anyway. They're all on the TikToks, aren't they? Everyone's on TikToks. Meanwhile, the Office of National Statistics, the ONS, they said that they have confidence, right, in their data, because their current data shows there are 262,000 trans people in England and Wales, right? This goes against them admitting that the census question may have been misunderstood by those who have poor English, after people who, whose English wasn't their native language, were 5 times likelier to state gender that didn't match their birth sex. Yeah, this is relating to the 2021 census. But a new ONS report published today revealed those who did not speak English were 5 times more likely to state they were transgender than those who had English as their main language. So it's completely skewed the statistics. And this is what happens when you introduce this whole transgender bullshit into statistics. Because they're just men and women. That's it. That's it. That's all there is. There's nothing more. Ah, what about intersex? 0.004% of the population, and even those people are usually one way or the other when it comes to being on the spectrum. There isn't a spectrum, there's a binary. It always has been, and there always will be. But yeah, the report has suggested that the higher level of people identifying as transgender among those born outside the UK could also be due to cultural factors. These included trans migrants specifically choosing to move to Britain because of stronger civil rights laws and greater social acceptance than in other countries. I think it's all been... They've really kind of messed up. But we are talking a very, very tiny amount of statistics. But statistically, it's inaccurate. You have to have clear, meaningful language. And if you can't define sex first, then you're going to have a hard time defining this gender. Do you remember when sex and gender were the same thing? Now there's this identity. Oh, identity politics, that's a good thing. Remember, only superheroes have identity. You know, I don't we identify each other by their eyes, you know. And I can say I'm something. I am a rich, successful musician who isn't bald. And you've got to accept that. You've got to accept that. But yeah, you've got to have clear language, otherwise statistics and all this. You've seen it in crime. You've seen it in crime when they report, you know, men who are doing sex crimes as women. It just skews the statistics, and it's so irritatingly dumb. So dumb. Meanwhile, do you like chocolate? I don't, because I'm a convicted diabetic, I think. Nestle, right? There's been outrage. People are outraged. There is fury and indignation and furious anger, righteous fury. People are gnashing what teeth they had left in their head because some chocolate fans claiming that they're going to riot because Nestle have confirmed it's axing a chocolate bar. What could it be? What could it be? Well, it's the again. I don't think I've ever had one. They're getting rid of the Karamak. Do what? I thought that was where it ended in the 70s. But yeah, Nestle said it's not as popular as other chocolates in their brand, and they're getting rid of it. 64 years. It's made of condensed milk and treacle, and doesn't contain chocolate. So it's a caramel bar. I mean, I don't think I've ever had one. Mrs., have you ever had a Karamak? I quite like caramel though. But yeah, it says it's been a lifelong favourite for many Britons. No, and yeah, there's going to be. I think what you're going to see right on the streets of London, it won't be the massed ranks of the pro-Palestinian brigade. It's going to be the massed ranks of the Karamak brigade out on the streets saying, "Bring back Karamak," you know. From the river to the sea, Karamak will be free. So yeah, this is as people are up in arms about Karamak. And here's a picture of the Nestle logo, just in case you've forgotten what that looks like. So there you go. People are now stockpiling Karamaks apparently because they're stupid. They're stupid. Meanwhile, student news. This is the story of Sibongile Mani, and she's a South African. And yeah, she was given, by mistake, 850,000 pins instead of her usual £85 monthly university food grant. And she thought, I'm in the money, I'm in the money. She kicked her heels. She went running out into the streets. She spent 50 grand of it on a 73-day spending spree. Here she is. I don't know if this is before or after the spending spree. Yeah, but the 32-year-old who has to rely on benefits to pay for her studies, couldn't believe it when the government aid came through and it was £10,000, 10,000 times more than it should have been. When she checked her bank account in South Africa, the impoverished student saw she'd become an overnight multi-millionairess with 14 million rands credited to her account. I mean, it would have been 850,000 is the pound sterling amount. But yeah, she the accountancy student embarked on a spending spree, and she zhuzhed it up. There you go. She went out on the town and she said it was miracle money and a gift from God, and she didn't think twice whether or not it was wrong to spend it. However, she was arrested. This was back in 2017 and charged with theft and fraud, and in 2022 was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Right? Oh, wait a minute, that's a different case. Is there? Yeah, no, it's there. That was She was sentenced to 5 years in prison. All right. But her lawyer, she had a really good lawyer who appealed on the grounds that Manny was no danger to society and had not sought out the money and was not a candidate for overcrowded prisons, and that the National Student Financial Aid Scheme had wrongly sent her 14 million rand. Right? And appearing at the East London High Court, in Mackanda, two judges agreed to suspend a 5-year prison sentence, providing she doesn't commit theft or fraud in that time. She was then asked to complete 14 weeks of community service and undergo counselling, but she wouldn't have to pay back any of the money. There you go. It's a miracle. It's a miracle, even though she did actually kind of commit a crime. You're not supposed to spend even if it's accidentally. I mean, she's got a good lawyer. Again, you might want to make a note of her lawyer, because I think he can he can get you out of any issue. Meanwhile, we have shoplifting news. We're going to Weymouth in Dorset in a gift shop, and what we've got here is adults, right, using children to distract staff whilst they steal from the shop. And don't worry, there is an advert, 15-second advert, and it wants you to go for a holiday in Jeddah. There's jet skis and everything. It looks lovely, and they're riding horses. If only you could see this advert, you'd be booking the holiday. So here you go. Show their faces, and they're stealing fossils from a gift shop. I mean, they really not jewellery, not cash. Look at that. These are fossil thieves. They just can't help themselves. The old 5-finger discount there. And in it goes. So there you go. So it's not very good, is it? All thieves, just thieving away. Well, anyway, the shop owner, who was victim to this, says he's had to introduce a shoplifting tax to his prices. But yeah, in it, a mother asks staff, she's got a baby, she distracts them, asks other people steal from the shop. But he said he did not report the latest shoplifting incident because he finds the process time-consuming and soul-destroying, and often the culprits are let off without any consequences. He said the worst effect is on the morale of staff, and it's because it's hard not to take it personally. Right? He said we try to keep our prices down, but you end up adding on the shoplifting tax whether you want to or not. So there you go. It's everywhere. Even the fossils. The fossils are being stolen. Can't do that one. What else have we got? Do you have some court news? Okay then. This is the story of Leah Dipnall. She was arrested after she threw a mobile phone at PC Alexander Norton as she was undertaking a welfare check on her. She began then spitting inside a police car as she was being taken to the station. Now, this lady, we have her here. I mean, I don't know if that's from her Facebook, but she's got a lot of front to behave like this, I think. She's actually a female stalker. Yeah. The 24-year-old was given a 2-year suspended prison sentence for stalking. This was 6 months ago. As she conducted an online campaign to smear a former councillor, Kate Cooling, at a woman's refuge. During this campaign, she sent Miss Cooling explicit, deep fake images purporting to be the victim in a sexualised situation, was falsely accusing the victim on social media of being a nonce and wrongly claiming she slept with all the residents. And yeah, this is again. Her name's Leah Dipnall, but she also goes under the name Daisy Degnan as well. So she's got many aliases, and don't worry, she escaped jail again. Even though she attacked the police and was on a suspended sentence. Yeah. After escaping jail in March, Dipnall changed her name to Daisy Degnan. But yeah, and then she got in trouble with the police. At Chester Crown Court, they were told when officers arrived, the defendant was not at her home address, but was located at an address nearby, and she was intoxicated. PC Norton made inquiries using his mobile phone in relation to the welfare check, and she threw her phone at him. And there you go. It's again, here she is again. I mean, the pictures they're using. I mean, I think I don't know, Daily Mail. What are you? You're setting me up here. You're setting me up for a fall. She's got 16 other offences on her record, and that includes for criminal damage, assaults on police officers, and other offences of violence. Yeah. So she was conditionally discharged for 12 months and ordered to wear a sobriety tag as part of a 120-day alcohol monitoring program when she admitted assault and criminal damage. So there you go. I'm surprised. I'm just going to say I'm surprised we didn't hit Daily Mail bingo and we had was it OnlyFans mentioned as well. But there you go. So if you see her, run in the opposite direction. All right. Other direction. But it's good. She got off again. She's just misunderstood. What else have we got? Do you fancy going to Heston Blumenthal's restaurant? He's released his menu for Christmas dinner at the Fat Duck. The 9-course festive meal costs £425, consisting of minimalist food. Oh God. Including classic Christmas-inspired dishes, as well as Blumenthal's famous wacky creations that are often served at the Bray Eatery in Berkshire. But there's no turkey on the menu, but guests will chomp down on a feast including roast scallops, served with chocolate, king's venison, served with sprouts, and I don't know. That's a dessert. It's Botturis cineri, which is commonly known as mould. What? Mould for dessert? I mean, where are they getting it from? They're scraping it from the back of the fridge. I mean, but there. So got the picture of the menu here. You can, just £425. Good value. I mean, you come around here, and here's Heston Blumenthal. Never trust a bald man. Remember that. Especially one serving you mould for dessert. I shit you not. Actual mould. Oh dear. Meanwhile, we have footage of the woman who was convicted of keying the cars. And again, this is Sue Williams, who's 62, and she caused £8,000 worth of damage. And again, oh, no advert this time. So yeah, we've got, here she is. She's being approached. I don't know, I think it's quite decorative. And have they got more footage? I don't know, what am I seeing here? Not a lot going on. There's a car going out. Yeah? What? Not doing anything there. What is that? What am I watching? I didn't like anything. Okay, there's another car, and she was just innocently walking past. It's obviously it's a setup. It's a setup. But there you go. Don't park on the pavement. Don't park on the pavement. What else have we got? Car insurance costs could rise 29% in a year. That's, yeah. Meanwhile, the NHS dental crisis is fueling a spike in mouth cancer. It's not good, is it? Meanwhile, hippie crack is illegal from today. That means NOS, or nitrous oxide, or hippie crack, those little silver canisters that you see around, are banned. But campaigners have said the ban is completely disproportionate, because repeat offenders were facing 2 years in jail. Just get them cleaning up the verges, get them cleaning up the roads. That's all you need to do. Put them in the high-vis jackets. Don't send them to jail. Get them clearing up, because the little silver canisters used to be everywhere. Now they've moved on to the industrial-sized canisters. We might as well use them to tidy up before, you know, their nervous system is stripped by, you know, B12, vitamin B12 depletion, because that's what NOS does, and you can end up paralysed or having a massive heart attack, which is good. Meanwhile, let's go to New York. New York. So good they named it twice. And this is the story of Aaron Dahan. He runs a cafe called Cafe Aaron. Basically, his baristas quit, right? Because he showed support for Israel, because he's a Jew. And yeah, they all quit on him when he said, "Look, I don't want you wearing the Free Palestine pins, you know, when you're working." And yeah, a total of 5 baristas walked out. Here he is. So they left him high and dry, with no one to work for him. But the good thing is these locals, they all came out and supported him and queued around the block. We've got a video. Please, there's a bloody advert. Can you believe there's an advert on a 19-second video? A 10-second. You caught me out there. There wasn't an advert on the other one. You cheeky cheek. Cheeky. They're very cheeky. They're very cheeky now. Oh, wait a minute. Skip ad. Here we go. So yeah, his patrons came out and queued round the block. So there you go, to help him. There you go. And they chanted, "From the river to the sea, the coffee won't be free," because you've got to pay for it. There you go. What stupid arses. Oh, there's another advert. I don't want another advert. But yeah, Dan said he was disappointed by the resignation of his staff, who he considered to be his family, because, you know, before they quit, he made an effort to sit down with his baristas and speak with them about their different views. He said, "We knew our staff, we knew they were thinking these things." I said, "Let's go for dinner, we'll talk about it. Let's ask questions, let's learn. Let's realise that we're not here trying to kill each other." But yeah, they still quit. It looks quite nice actually. It's very snazzy. But there you go. But his patrons didn't let him down, which is good news. Meanwhile, have you ever done a good job? Have you ever done a good job and thought, do you know what? Do you know what I could really do with a pat on the back? I could really do with everyone celebrating my efforts all the time. All the time. Anyway, this is Keith Haynes. Here he is. And he's actually doing the thing that he loves. And that's cutting back hedges. Right? But Keith, he's angered everyone. What did he do? Well, what he did is he got his saw and his clippers out. And where was this? Does it say where it was? Cherry Close in Newbury, Berkshire. Right? And what he did, like I said, he went out equipped. Here he is. He's equipped. Oops, I pressed the wrong button there. Sorry, everyone. Shouldn't let this fucking idiot on the internet. He doesn't know what he's doing. And what he did is he saw this hedge, and it was overgrowing. It was overgrowing the path, and he thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it back so that it's easier access for the pedestrians. Right? And one local resident who's blind said she often got hit in the face by the shrubs that were overhanging the footpath. And he really went to town. He was like, yeah, look. But one lady said she's scared that her dog will escape onto the road after he trimmed the hedges behind her garden. So yeah, not everyone was happy with Keith's work, right? And Keith said he told the council of his plans to do this work, and they never said a dicky bird, never said a thing, right? And then Keith, what he did is he wrote to his local paper, praising himself for cutting away the foliage. So yeah, he said, I think Keith should get an award for doing such a great job. But yeah, many residents have thanked him for his work, but some were not happy because they see that he's done work without asking their permission. So, come on, leave Keith alone. Yeah, Mandy Allen saw Mr. Haynes cutting a hedge and questioned why he was doing it. And she said, it's an absolute mess now. He's gone back to the original fence. I've been in this house 23 years and I've never seen the original fence. He's not just cut it, he's absolutely hacked it. Another resident, Fran Robbins, said, I make my own arrangements when my hedge needs cutting. He's hacked it to pieces. Not content with mine, he's decided to tackle other hedges that face onto Western Avenue, even after he was being asked to stop. West Berkshire Council spokesman said the hedges are all on private property and do not fall to the council to maintain. So that's interesting. So what he's actually done, he could be done for was it destruction? They can. Watch out, Keith. You might need to go on the run, mate. Might need to go on the run. Oi, oi, oi. We've got any other funnies? Nope. Nope. Yeah, this is a bad day. We're going to Belarus. This is the village of Kopishk near Minsk in Belarus, and well, it's a mother is loading, getting a car ready, and well, I'll show you what happens next. You ready? Her son tries to get in the back, and she pulls away, running over him. And then she gets out to help him, and then and the car runs ahead. So yeah, we can watch that again. See, the car hits the wall. So if you think you're having a bad day, not as bad as the lady in the red Hyundai. I don't know what the results of this was. Yeah, the rear wheel was run over him, and then the vehicle came to stop when it hit the wall of an apartment block. According to authorities, 4 administrative offence reports have been drawn up against the 36-year-old driver. The mother is accused of committing a traffic accident, leaving the scene of a traffic accident, violating rules of transportation of underage passengers, and absence of compulsory insurance. And the investigation is ongoing. The boy was taken to hospital with numerous injuries and receiving all medical help he needs at the moment. So there we go, and this is how it ended up with the car hitting an apartment building. So, I caramba, he's lucky he got out of that alive. You know? Meanwhile, we're going to crazy spending. This is a mental health trust that's in crisis. This is the Norfolk and Suffolk NHS Foundation Trust, which has been rated inadequate 4 times in 6 years by the Care Quality Commission. And yeah, it's revealed. This is where it's based. There you go. It was revealed that the NHS Foundation Trust was it spent £800,000 on spin doctors in a single year, in order to make themselves look good. Didn't work, did it? Didn't work. Labour's Clive Lewis, who represents South Norwich, told the BBC that when he found out, he was aghast at the cost. He said, "I think there are genuine questions about how this money has been spent. Don't worry, Labour likes spending money they ain't got, and so they're used to it." Yeah, NSFT appointed PR consultants Hood and Wolf in September last year when it was facing a new CQC inspection, and they paid them at least £814,752 during a period when the independent review by Grant Thornton auditors found the trust had lost track of patient deaths. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's not good news. Again, all this stuff should be accounted for. If NHS, all these public services, had to account for the last penny, and none of this would happen. It was all open. Again, open to the public to view. Because, again, taxpayers' money. There wouldn't be these spending sprees. Meanwhile, they mentioned in Bake Off last night. Bake Off fans slammed the worst ever technical challenge. And it was funny because they did... was it orange and ginger treacle puddings with creme anglaise, and they came out raw. I mean, it's so bad that Paul Hollywood just goes, "Nope, I'm not eating that." You see, and walks away. Look, so he's just not having any of it, and it was pretty grim. But they never give him enough time. They never give him enough time to cook this stuff. We have the Tops toys for Christmas from the Toy Retailers Association. When I was a member of Her Majesty's Press, I used to go to these junkets and write about them. It's great. Yes, it's released its annual Dream Toys Top 20. And should we have a look at some of them? I don't know if there's any particular order. Wait a minute. Is it the 1980s? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is what? Ninja Turtles? What else is on the list? Little Live Pets. Oh, it's a little dog. LOL Surprise. Oh no, they got those glittery ones, haven't they? Oh, glitter gets everywhere. Hot Wheels. I like. Oh, that's more like it. It's the Hot Wheels City Ultimate Hauler, which can transport 20 cars in it. So then it turns into a dinosaur. Fluffy Stuffy. I think not. And Barbie Pop Reveal. There you go. That's just some of the things that they've got. What else is there? A list? I like it when there's a list. That was you've also got Beast Lab, the Bitsy Interactive Pet, the Cookies Makery Oven playset, Fingerlings Monkey, Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle and Grounds. That's 150 quid. And yeah, that's just some of the ones that weren't featured there. So if you've been good, boys and girls, Father Progress might empty his sack all over you. Who wants Father Progress to return? Anyone? No one. No one wants Father Progress to return. Meanwhile, we're going back to Bake Off. Apparently, the Great British Bake Off set has been invaded by swingers. Yeah. Apparently, the swingers have hit up the famous marquee in Welford Park, Berkshire, where the filming for Bake Off takes place. Used to be down the road, didn't it? Used to be down the road in Woodford, I think it was. Yeah. So yeah, swingers. It gives a whole new meaning to creme anglaise, doesn't it? Okay. According to The Sun, one sex fiend said, looking for takes for some GBO bonking in the forest where Bake Off is filmed. Looking for people to join me in the girlfriend. Good looking crumpet only. Gives a whole new meaning to crumpet. Another said, we love getting it in front of the marquee, imagining Paul and Prue watching us. Oh, Jesus. There's nothing sacred. So there you go. Swingers doing it near Bake Off. What else have we got? I've got to the end. Okay, I've got some other ones. There was we're going to Derwentdig Primary School in Hengode, Caerphilly. They had a fireworks display, and it got a little bit heavy. Right, we've got some video footage of it, and it went a bit crazy. Let me cue it up. There you go. Hey, it's looking nice. Whee, whee. And then suddenly it got a bit bang bang, and everyone ran away. Oh! It got a bit close to home, a bit close to cool. And yeah, people started running away because it got a little bit too bangy. What do you expect? Yeah, shocking footage has emerged of a school fireworks display gone awry. Kids and parents were forced to flee as fireworks began to shoot into the crowd, with some reports of it hitting the neighbours. The school has now launched an investigation. On social media, the school's head teacher, Mrs. Wangill, said staff were incredibly upset, adding, our lovely school has hosted this fireworks event safely in our community for over 20 years. Tonight's event was run the same way as always been. The event is reported to the council and is fully risk assessed with many safety measures in place. There will be a full investigation with the council. So there you go. It got a little bit... again, I think you'll agree, this picture sums it up perfectly. You need to hold your camera steady. Hold your camera. That's what you need to do. Yeah? Look at them. Meanwhile, in health news... This is good news for the ladies. Good news for the ladies. This is the story of a new startup even called Day, and what they're doing, right? They're using polymerase chain reaction testing. And it's a technology that can help identify pathogens, and they're using this technology in tampons. Yeah, it's the first STI testing tampon, and you'll be able to see if you've got an STI. Okay. 5 STIs that Day is testing for at launch are chlamydia, gonorrhea, trichomonas, mycoplasmia and ureaplasmia. and there will be additional testing once it becomes established. The user receives a test kit in the mail. They self-administer a vaginal swab, and then by putting the test tampon in and taking it out, and then they send it off for analysis. So there you go, and that's going to be £99 a test. But you could just go into a clinic for isn't it free? They have sexual health clinics for free. It's it's interesting technology, but come on, you can do it for free. Meanwhile, who wants some Halloween news, eh? Where was it? Got to find it. Now, I don't know about you. Have you charity shops? Do you go in charity shops? Oh, there's never anything in it, right? But one fella, he was looking around a charity shop and he spotted their Halloween display. This is in Florida, so it's a Florida story. In a place called North Myers, and he was looking at it. And of course, he thought, because he's an anthropologist even. And he said anthropologist. That's wrong. It's anthropologist. And he was looking at the display and he thought, oh, wait a minute, that does not look real. And then he looked at it from the other side, and he went, that definitely looks like a skull to me. That definitely looks real. And it was. They actually had a real skull in the display. The owner of the store said the skull had been found in a storage unit purchased years beforehand. Meanwhile, Lee County Sheriff's Office said in a twist of not so humorous events, the Major Crimes Unit detectives were notified of a skull located at the thrift store in North Fort Myers. And based on the observation of detectives on scene, the skull is believed to be that of a human. And they're working now to take tests on the remains to see if, where it came from. Yeah. Meanwhile, we have an update of a story we covered quite a while ago. I don't know if you remember this. This was back in... when was it? Does it say when it was? 2019. That's how long ago we covered this. Do you remember? It's the gold toilet at Blenheim Palace was stolen. Now, it's a significant thing. It's a significant thing. It was an 18-carat masterpiece. It was nicked 2 days after going on display at Winston Churchill's birthplace in Woodstock, in Oxfordshire. And the toilet was once offered to Donald Trump. Visitors were able to use the toilet. It was created by Italian artist Maurizio Catalan and went on display at the Guggenheim Museum in New York in 2016. The Duke of Marlborough's half-brother and founder of the Blenheim Art Foundation, Edward Spencer Churchill, said to the Times paper, "Despite being born with a silver spoon in my mouth, I've never had a shit on a golden toilet, so I look forward to it." And so they got it in. But somebody stole it, right? Because they said, he said it wouldn't be the easiest thing to nick because it's plumbed in, and it was incredibly heavy. It was a really heavy toilet, but it was stolen. That was on the 14th of September 2019, and we did cover it. And they've got 4 men. James Sheen, 39, of Wellingborough, has been charged. Michael Jones, 38, of Oxford. Fred Doe, 35, of Ascot. And Bora Guchak, 39, of West London, have also been charged. And they're going to appear at Oxford Magistrates Court on the 28th of November 2023. Of course, police... It took police a long time to track them down because they didn't have anything to go on. I've done a big one today. Coffee time. Okay. Meanwhile, animal news. We're going to Queensland in Australia, where experts from James Cook University were looking for the Lyons grassland striped skink. Here's one. Now, they thought it was extinct. But guess what? They only gone and found one. Yeah, it's not extinct anymore. Yeah, researchers from the Queensland Museum and experts from James Cook University set out to look for it. Look, there he is. He's going, Skinky, Skinky, Skinky. Come here, Skinky. It could be that people in the past just didn't look hard enough because they look kind of small. But yeah, they set up traps on a 5 square kilometre area of farmland near Mount Surprise, 300 kilometres south of Cairns, to see if they can find the creatures, as well as 2 other rare lizards that they were looking for. And yeah, they said it was an exciting moment to find 3 skinks, but to find Lyne's grassland striped skink, it was listed as critically endangered by the Queensland and Australian government. But there he is. He's there, so he's not extinct. He's just hiding. Very good at hiding. I mean, Australia's a big place. Dr. Amy, who's part of the team, said the animals like skinks have an important role to play in the ecosystem. He said we need to know if these skinks have a healthy population or if they're declining. We can't take effective action to protect them if we don't know where they occur and what threats are impacting them. The only way to get information is to go and look for them, cobber. And yeah, so there you go. Rare skink found by Australians. Anyone in? 9 people. Brett's in. He says hello. John's in. He says, have you seen the new Kate Blanchett release? Yeah, and it's called I Saw You Coming. It's the new I Saw You Coming series, and it's very expensive and stupid. And if you buy it, you're an idiot. But hey, that's not my problem. Jay says the eye thing's a pain, but no damage is a massive plus. He's referring to a Facebook page I might have made. Make sure with the aftercare be fun. Yeah, I've got all my stuff. I spent 21 quid on stuff. And Salty says, imagine this if this was the skull of Jimmy Offa. Again, they were looking for him. Or Shergar. Or Lord Lucan. There we go. Thank you for watching. That was the news. Killing the channel 1 video at a time. You know. You've got to drink it up.